Welcome back to DaGaimez. We're doing an ATV review. It's a personal viewing tonight. It's just Drake and I. Special guest here, Drake, tonight, watching Star Citizen. Drake, how are you doing, dude? It's a pleasure that you're here watching ATV with me. I'm curious as to see what the ATV review is going to be about this week. Last week, they focused on the Lorville business district, which I thought was quite interesting because I am definitely involved in the economy. People that watch me know I'm all about that industry, but I'm very curious to see where they're going to be going tonight. And I hope to God that Chris and Sandy are on tonight, because I missed the Chris and Sandy combo. I think Chris and Sandy have been having like this really cool chemistry lately, and hopefully Sandy's kind of, a little provocative tonight. Let's see what happens in this ATV review. Well, let's turn it up here. Here we go. Oh, my favorite place right now, Lorville. Let's get this boom like that. Oh yeah, that's much better. Oh, no worries, Drake. No worries. Yes.
Of Around the Bird.
No worries, Drake. I'm just glad to have you here. Yes, they got the Christy Sandy combo tonight. Christy Sandy combo. Hopefully they're gonna play off each other and be exciting.
I'm Sandy Gardner.
And I'm Chris Roberts.
In today's update, we'll see what the character team has been up to and take a whirlwind tour of the Stanton system with environmental art. But first, we wanted to give a shout out to all the pilots who have been in the action at Jumptown.
Yes, it's been very cool.
Ooh, Jumptown, Okay, here's the thing about Jumptown. I need to get people together so we can go in the hammerhead that I have from the subscription ship. Guys, if anybody is watching this, just stay tuned during the week in my Discord. The links are down below. I definitely need people to man the hammerhead so we can go to Jumptown. Somebody's got to help me get to Jumptown. And it could be a really cool experience Star Citizen video and post on the channel. And we all go to Jumptown and we have a blast. And that, I think, would make a wonderful episode for the channel. Time to start counting digs at Chris. He talks with his hands, and so do I a lot. Like, you see, like I pause him like this. I feel like if anybody were to do that at any point in this video, they would also see me very animated with my hands. And I've seen a lot of people in the comments be like, Chris talks with his hands an awful lot, and that makes me like self-conscious of my hands because I'm like, I tend to do that as well. Let's watch Jumptown. I've never been there. I want to go. Oh my goodness. Before we even get any further, Damon, thank you for that subscription, bro. Welcome to the ATV review, my friend. Welcome. Damon has that kind of skeptical view, which is good. I mean, like, we're very rational when we talk about the game, like, as much as I really have high hopes for the game, I also, talk about some of the setbacks and some of the things that happen. I'm not just all white knight and I'm not just all scammerino. I'm like a mix of both. Damon tends to, right now, he's in that mode where he's like, right now. DY, what is going on? DY Twitch notification is completely BS. He says, this must be what's going on, is that, people aren't getting notifications. Drake and I have been just started. We just started the show. Drake is also going to help me on hosting tonight. And I'm having a wonderful time already with you guys. Let's watch to see now. Jumptown, like I said, I need people to man the hammerhead that I have. And we're going to go to Jumptown this week sometime. I need... Or the following week, probably. Yeah, the following week. Skeptical, you mean saltier than Michael Phelps Grundle after a backstroke through the Dead Sea. Woo, wow. I can't wait to see the comments in the YouTube section with Damon. Damon always stirs the pot, dude. Like, Damon's actually really fun to have, like, on these shows. It gave notification for everyone else but DY, says DY. It's okay. Okay, let's watch.
A lot of fun seeing this emergent gameplay pop out. For those of you that don't know, Jumptown is a drug lab that's hidden somewhere.
I gotta find it.
It's not marked, you have to find it. But if you go there, that's where you can buy Widow, which is, if you're trading,
it's a drug.
In the verse at the moment,
that Widow drug.
Trade. So with 335s.
I can't believe, are they showing an Aurora blowing shit up? That's hilarious.
Buy ships with money that you're earning, or you can buy ship weapons or items or that kind of stuff. And so there's a much bigger reason.
Did that Aurora take out the colors? It's
making
ridiculous.
money. And so one of the ways, obviously, is mining, which everyone knows about, but you need a prospector for that. The other way would be buying goods and selling them elsewhere, and Widow's the best.
There's that Widow. So, get that Widow. How much is Widow worth right now? Let me know in the comments below, guys, if you're going to watch this on YouTube or if you guys are on stream right now.
Traders have been heading to Jumptown and buying Widow, but then a whole bunch of people that like to sort of play the other side of the law, or the pirates, figured out that that's where everyone was going. And they were spending money on the Widow.
So the pirates came down to get the Widow and steal it from the traders that came down. That's hilarious. I wonder how much Widow's actually worth. Oh my God, Damon got the 1 year I Love DG mug badge. Congratulations, Damon, dude. That's awesome.
Widow, right? So they were spending their UEC on the Widow so they could buy it and then sell it for more. And then the pirates were jumping them to rob the Widow from them, or just, cause grief or whatever. And then on top of that, other players were coming out to, cover the backs or protect the honest traders. And so we had this whole kind of emergent game cycle of warfare between these various groups that are either protecting or attacking players around Jumptown on Yellow. And
I'm not quite
really
sure,
cool.
Damon.
I'm
not quite sure exactly like how it's used.
Together in groups,
I gotta look into it.
Cool things about Star Citizen, using the FOIP and the comms and having a great time together. People manning the turrets on the hammerheads, and
I've seen that, cutlasses.
Having various groups, people on the ground, people flying spaceships, doing combined arms, on-foot combats, dogfighting. So it's really a little microcosm of some of the real, the potential of what you can see in Star Citizen. And I think it's cool because people are getting to see it and go, oh yeah, okay, I can see what can happen in this.
Oh, wait, there we go. Widow currently 24 UEC per unit, but how many can you carry? Well, that guy's got what, 1,700 units of it at 24, so that's not bad. That's like that's like 40. He's only got 399 that he's selling, so 10. Oh, but I see he's got the slider going on, so he's only selling little bits here and there. That's interesting. So yeah, I mean, like, you can make quite a little score right there, off of Widow. I mean, it's interesting. Now, if you guys haven't checked it out, I do have a mining guide on the channel that I took a lot of time to put together. I hope you enjoy the AC/DC kind of intro that I put there. For those of you that aren't aware of it watching this video, please go there, give it some love, give it some shares. It's, I think, one of the better mining guides out there. It's very detailed, and in a prospector, you can bring back more than this. You can bring back a lot more than this if you watch the tutorial, just so you guys know. Drake says, I have Overwatch in the mind, so all I think about is sniping. David says, only selling part of his stash, doesn't want to go dry. Yeah, notice that, David? That's hilarious, dude.
And for us, it's been a lot of fun watching this.
He's like, I gotta keep the rest for myself.
Now for like a few weeks, and it's really, really cool.
Yes, definitely. So whether you are a mercenary.
I like that little console screen. The console screen reminds me of like CompuServe back in the early 90s, like the interface on it. It's really fun to play with.
Or an org trying to defend the location for safe trade or otherwise. We're actually really enjoying all of the videos and streams and images, as Chris suggested. So keep sharing your Jumptown exploits.
Yeah, if you are, then feature one of mine, you sons of bitches.
On the community hub.
Just teasing.
Yes. Definitely, please do that. It's a lot of fun.
Now strap in, because we're going to take a trip all around the burgeoning Stanton system to look at recent progress on various locations and features.
All right.
Last week, we got a look at the Central Business District in Lorville.
Yes.
So this week, we're going to go back to the Central Business District.
Okay, we're going back to the business district to start. That's good. That's good. I like the economy. The foundations I lay are so we may all stand together. And if you look at Hurston and Lorville, dude, they're miserable. Those people at Lorville are miserable, but I love it. I'm starting to really feel at home in Lorville.
So why don't you check out some of that right now?
They finished that statue up. That's pretty cool. It's like gold now. They had the initial model last week we watched. They finished it up. Look at that. Look at that gold shimmer. built from the sweat and blood of the Lorvillians. I hope we get a sweet drug dealing minigame. I think in a way, yeah, I think where you gotta mash buttons and on screen your dude is rubbing Widow. David, that's funny. Wow. Listen to that music too. I'm like digging that. Like, that's kind of like real, very. What's the feeling I'm getting from this?
The environment team has really been adding the finishing
touches. A tingly sensation.
Previously, when we said it was some work in progress stuff.
Yeah, the lighting,
statue, for instance, that
love it.
Looking a lot better, and they've been, doing the final materials as well as that. They've been working.
Wow. Wow, that's a hellified statue, dude. That thing is huge.
Give it a very distinct flavor compared to, say, the common worker area of the city, which is what.
There we go. There we go. Let me pause it and soak that in. Now, initially, when I saw these screens leaked on the, well, they weren't really leaked. They were posted on the letter form from SIG. I thought to myself, like, how cool would it be if this actually tied into the actual economy and market? You know, I know it's I know it's kind of like right there right now, just graphically there to kind of like imitate or simulate like that there's economy going on. But I want these damn screens to actually mean something. SIG, if you're listening to me, please let these screens actually have like tangible like meaning to them. Like make sure that everything we're seeing on these graphs is represented truly within the economy. If you do that, I will never leave this game. Do you understand? I will live inside the game. If you do that, I will literally live my life in the verse.
Seen before, or TISA Spaceport. So it's really cool. It's a completely different flavor. You can, as you arrive at the big building, there's this, you get this huge grandeur.
I love it. I love the look at it.
Building in our Earth right now, and yeah, it's just all built to impress and be opulent, and it's very different than the rest of Lorville, which is it's really cool.
Yes, very cool. And the props team has been fine-tuning their contributions to the CBD as well, like these huge statues that Chris just mentioned that immortalize Hurston's founding fathers.
Yes, much higher.
They look better now.
Yeah, much higher resolution than the work.
Yeah, let me get that off. Let me get the event list off.
Now, looking ahead to early next year, we're going to continue our tour of the Stanton system and go to ArcCorp. So here we can see some white bar.
Oh, wow. We're going to, of course, we're going to like ArcCorp, man. I can't wait to see like what's going on here. How are they going to do this? There are so many buildings here.
R&D that's been done by Ian Leland, who's the art director of Star Citizen, on city block biomes for the planet itself, because ArcCorp is almost entirely covered by man-made structures. So we've been looking at how we can use our newer planet tech, which has improved from last year, and sort of have the kind of more man-made and manufactured biomes as opposed to sort of organic ones that you've sort of seen around Hurston. We're really looking at trying to get a much better sense of scale.
Dude, this is going to have to be like the most difficult thing. Like going from like Hurston, which is primarily like a geographic like terrain type planet, to an ArcCorp, which is literally a city planet. That's a monumental task to really get in down. And how much of it do you think is going to be explorable? Like, I know we can fly all over the surface and everything, but how much do you guys think that we're going to actually be able to like explore? Like, how detailed will it get? Because I think the more detailed it gets, the more successful the game will be. But like that would be massive to make like everything detailed, living spaces, stuff of that nature. I mean, I think the more detailed they get with this game, the better it's going to be. But like right now, I would say let's just skip that until, the game's finished and we can focus on that later. I don't want to see any statue with DY. I love that this is the conversation right now. We're still stuck on Papa Hurston. Imagine trying to fly into Hurston with a large group of wingmates. PC catches fire.
It's a variety of detail in the buildings. And you can just really look out and see a whole skyline, and you also have a variety of hats. So as you see in this video, you can see from sort of far distance coming down. You can see
Man, that's
huge distance.
That's insane.
The sort of small outer area, suburbs around Area 18, these huge buildings.
Drake's ready to be an assassin.
ArcCorp Tower. And there's
how cool would that be, though, dude? That'd be cool.
And it's significantly
these buildings, man. Check out some of these buildings when you look at the modeling on them. Pretty cool.
By the time we release it for you guys to play around with, it's going to be a really cool experience. So we're pretty excited by how it just gets better.
Yes, very cool. And here we see further visual work on the icy moon of Lyria.
Ooh. Uh-huh. Kind of looks like Magda a little bit around Hurston.
Very, very cool. All right, so carrying on our tour.
Chris is like, yeah, very cool. Next.
We're leaving ArcCorp now. We are going a little further in the timeline of our development of next year in Star Citizen. But here is Microtek. We're looking at a biome that the art team's working on. So we're doing exploration on Microtek. So it is the coldest of the planets in the Stanton system. There's
wow,
Microtek,
interesting.
ArcCorp,
Microtek footage.
But Microtek had a terraforming.
I love that the planets are named like literally like as corporate as possible. Like the planet is called Microtek.
Excellent. So it's a little colder than the other ones, but it's not completely covered in snow and ice.
It's got like a frosty
feel.
feel.
Looking at other areas that would be sort of like Nordic.
I feel like Trick or Treat. I feel like it's Halloween there.
So this is some exploration that the art team's been doing, and you can see here a very different feel than say the savannah of Hurston. And so it's cool, and as we start to flesh out these biomes on planets like Microtek or future ones.
I'm digging that they're doing different camera angles. I like the different camera angles they're working on.
Going back to 3.4,
keep that up. Keep that up on the ATVs.
Finishing touches are being put on our new mission giver, Wallace Klim, who is definitely
oh, dude, he looks like a drug dealer.
Reputable character in the verse.
Aha, I was right.
He's been dealing and maybe using some Widow himself.
Wow. Well, let me go back right there. I just want to check out the like what this dude's face looks like, man. This looks like me when I have the flu.
Yes, looks like he's been dealing.
Like that looks like me on a bad day when I have the flu, and if I lost about like 30 pounds, it probably. If I discover anything in the Carrick, I'm going to name it after you, DG. Thanks, thank you, David.
And maybe using some Widow himself. But speaking of characters, we've been working on adapting.
Sandy kind of smiled at that. She's like, yeah.
To their female
give me some of that Widow.
Yes. Here's Josh Herman, Gage Hallman, and Jeremiah Lee with more details on the process.
With the female player character deep in development.
Aha! Female characters are a big, like, I know, like, what's his name? Social Justice, what was the dude? Twerk was talking about, like, female characters, and people were giving him a lot of shit about it and calling him, like, a social justice warrior. And I kind of think it's funny because I wanted to have Christy on to talk about, like, female characters because she's interested in this game, believe it or not. And she's like, why can't I play a girl character? So that might be like a video in the future. I'm desperately trying to get Christy back on the show because when she gets on here and we get to talking, it's very entertaining for me. Like I don't know about you guys, but it's very entertaining for me.
We're working really hard here on the character art side to make sure that all the female assets are one-to-one and have parity with the male assets. This is a little bit of process, but it's definitely
somebody said something about like Battlefield v vagina like on one of my comments, and I was like, they're calling it Battlefield vagina. They're calling Battlefield 5 Battlefield vagina. Not that I'm endorsing that. I just thought it was a little bit kind of funny.
A lot of content to create. It's really important for us to make
sure that a female character
has all of the same assets.
Wait, what's going on here?
That the male does, because we want the players to have choice to make sure that whatever gender.
Okay, all right. You know, small-breasted. It's okay. You know, it's all in the buns. They
choose that it's equivalent of.
Starting the process for
nice hips on that.
The character artist would
sorry, that's terrible.
That's terrible. The male armor.
Apologies. I'm so sorry, women. I'm so sorry. That's
essentially
terrible.
Making a similar topology version of the male and female. that can then blend shape between
Yeah,
them.
like if you're gonna show, okay, can I just say something here? Like, I'm so tired of the PC thing. Can we just show the woman stripped down so that we can see the body, the actual female body? It's okay. We're mostly adults here. Even kids can kind of handle that in games today. Geez, Sig, let's see what the female character looks like out of the body armor. DY's like, relax. Hey, DeSalty, what's up? How you doing, dude? Welcome to the stream. I'm just happy Sig won the court case. Yeah, pretty much. I got that on the channel if you guys want to check that out, talk about that. And it was really interesting news, like really interesting news.
Essentially just morphing one object into another shape without changing
I would like to
at all.
see the woman without the body armor. Am I the only one that wants to see the woman without the body armor? I understand it sounds completely creepy. That sounds like a creep. I want to see the woman without body armor
in its entirety down into the female.
Drake.
So you want to make sure it still fits.
Did they say when this is coming out? I should look at the roadmap and we should check that out.
And the modular volume will allow us to apply all the armors on top of every single undersuit, which...
Okay, that was rather funny. You know what he meant when he said modular volume. You know what he was trying to say.
Sounds simple at first, but is very tedious to keep an eye over. So we need to make sure that they all fit on top of each.
It's very tedious to keep an eye over. You know what he was saying right there? Come on.
Exact same shape. And all the undersuits that were changed to the female body fit within that volume, so that then as soon as you just start putting these on, they will all fit together, just right off the get-go.
It's about time they get women in the game.
Tech Art will then take it from there, and they will skin it up, set up the runtime rig.
Skin it up? What is this guy? What is this guy doing here? Skin it up? What is this guy? This guy. What is going on with this guy? It's not me, guys. It's this guy over here with the glasses. He's freaky, can you know?
Game properly within the game.
DeSalty.
And then hand it off to design.
You know, the interesting thing is that they do have like an area inside the Avenger that's like a cage, or they used to at least, like a holding cell. And there's a couple other ships where they have that. I'm wondering how we will be able to utilize that. I'm expecting that we'll only be able to do that with like NPC missions, NPC type characters, but it would be really cool if you could do that to a player character. Now that brings up a lot of like talking points, right? Because if you did that to player characters and forced them into situations like that they couldn't get out of, you would hear tons of bitching. You would hear people getting completely upset, but I still think that would be kind of a neat feature personally.
Local design guy Brett.
Yeah, look at all those figurines in the back. Wait a second. Is this his desk here? DY, that was a good look at this. He is kind of freaky. Look, he's got the hentai in the background on his desk. He's talking about skinning up. He's who is this guy?
It's probably one of the bigger steps because it has very wide implications. So he'll make sure that you get the unified item that will then switch between male and female.
I'm just joking, DY. It's a joke, dude. I mean, it's probably...
according to what you play us. Luckily, we've been preparing for this for a long time, so there will be minimal impact on our pipeline. What I'm excited to see is...
You haven't seen me in a while, man. You forgot my joking nature.
Armor, clothing, or any wearables.
In addition to armor, we're also doing clothing. We're trying to make all of our assets, or as many as possible, one-to-one with our male and female.
Let's see those assets.
We are still exploring other options that will be specific to each gender. And realistically, it'll probably be 99% one-to-one, but we want to have the option to explore that as well.
There will be plenty of bespoke clothing for male and female.
Is that it in the background?
We have some
probably not.
Backed up,
is that
actually ready to be made.
The damn better, you better.
The tech and also the assets ready. We can plan to see a lot in the future. Armor is a different beast. In the concept phase, we try to keep our armors gender neutral, so we won't have like a breast cut for females that you see in most games, or in other. And also for males, you might see.
Yeah, like, that's kind of. I mean, like, I get that they don't want to. They don't want to do the everything else is what everybody else does kind of thing. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. What do you guys think about that? No, like breastplate armor that has like the popped out breast covers. You know, and it seems like they're going to go with like a neutral concept. What do you guys think about that? I'd like to hear that in the comments below as well.
The abs and the male chest, like, so we try to refrain from those type of design languages because
think it's a good idea,
we have
dude?
to have the armors fit and look aesthetically pleasing and functional.
Yeah, true, DY, makes sense.
So the concept you see right now is Hurston management, and it looks vastly different than what you've seen in the game. And the reason why is because these guys are on a regal different scale.
That's some royal looking like
regular Hurston
pimp clothes right there. Guy's got a pimp cane and all, man. Give me some of that. I want some of the pimp cane. I want the purple pimp coat. This guy, look at the fur. Give me the pimp coat with the fur and the pimp cane. Oh my goodness, you're driving me crazy.
And these guys have a lot of money. And so what we wanted to do was, the key terminology that was used when concepting these guys was old money.
I love watching these with you guys.
Rockefeller. That was actually the main key figure that I was looking at when I was doing my research. When I was talking with Josh Herman, our art director, about which direction we should go.
Hey, I dig the drawings on these. I actually dig the drawings on the women right here. This is pretty cool. He
was like, dude, just gotta go with old money. And then I thought, what would be...
It has like a retro kind of 20s, 30s feel to it, you know?
Past the most interesting era,
but with like
to get into, and the
new
20s,
tech.
Screams straight
I'm surprised they're still rocking the furs. They're still rocking the furs in 2945. They're rocking the furs.
Actually, how do I make the 20s look sci-fi? Because this game is 900 years in the future. And if I just do 20 stuff, it'll look like we went back.
Watch out. I wonder what PETA turns into in 2945.
100 years in the past. And so finding the charm of the 20s, but using the cuts and
oh, dude, that's hilarious, dude.
Of the sci-fi world that we have now, I fused those together and came up with these shapes and these clothes that you see right now.
When it's all said and done, what we're looking for on the female assets is something that looks just as good on the female as it did on the male.
You're right, dude.
We're not looking to spend a ton of time redesigning or recreating all these assets because they already look pretty great. We're not looking to femalize or hypersexualize this. We want it to be one-to-one and make sure that it's just as good as...
We want to be as safe as we can be here at SIG so that we don't get anybody pissed off. Let me translate here. What's going on?
It was on the male, and that it's overall pretty gender.
But that's cool. That's cool.
Thanks, guys.
Yes, thank you. And that just about does it for us this week. Thank you, as always, to the subscribers who made it possible for us to bring you these shows.
Yes, and as always, thanks to the backers, all you guys, because none of this would be possible without you.
Yes, that is very true. Make sure to tune in next week as we have some fun
Better
stuff
safe
to
than
share.
BF5. That's a perfect way.
Yes,
that is a perfect way to end the show, Alti.
Yes.
Ready?
Around the verse.
All right, these two cute little people over on the screen here, they did a good job today. I liked it. I liked Around the Verse today. What did you guys think about the Around the Verse? I got to see the female characters. I got to see Microtek. I got to see some ArcCorp. I actually got to see a little bit more of the Lorville Tech Center, the statue they finished. Like I like this one. I thought this week's Around the Verse was going to be like limited. I thought they were going to have more of like we don't have anything this week, so we're going to have to substitute it with bullshit. But the interesting thing is that they actually did have more to show. I'm happy for that. That makes me feel good. And I'll tell you why. That makes me feel good because I know that they have more in store for us. It makes me feel a little bit more confident going forward. I'm not quite sure exactly if they're going to have another Around the Verse. I'd expect they do next week, but I think the week after maybe not. I'm not quite sure. If you guys know that, let me know. I'm just sad to see my game runs just as bad with 16 gigabytes as 8. Guess I wasted my money on the RAM upgrade. Yeah, you got to be careful, Ulti, because a lot of it comes down to the PC processing power and the graphics card and the RAM itself. If you have like DDR3, I would probably upgrade to a board that can take a DDR4. And obviously, you know, when you're talking about hard disk drives, you want kind of like the newest that you can get. Like, you know, the thing is they have optimized it to the point where like mid to high end systems can now get decent frame rates. Still getting used to how much shorter these are now. Yeah, we talked about that on the last show. We talked about that one on the last show. Let me get the chat in front here so everybody can see what we're talking about to end the show here. I want to try Shadow, but I don't know if they have service in Canada, says DY. Okay, Phoenix seems like a waste of money if you can't get a chain up light. I mean, I'm getting 30 to 60 FPS, but the stuttering is insanely bad. I wonder if that has to do with like any latency or lag-based issues. Not quite sure how your internet is, but that might be something, Alti, that you need to look at. I'm not quite sure. For the most part, a lot of the fixes happened with OCS. They still need client side, I believe, OCS, but on our side, it kind of fixed a lot for me as far as the gameplay is concerned. Yeah, the ping needs to be slightly better than that. But anyhow, guys, let me tell you something. I want to tell you guys thank you for showing up here on today's ATV review. Make sure to check this out on my YouTube channel. This will be showing up there very shortly, within the next 20 minutes or so. Say hi on the YouTube video. Everybody, thank you. I appreciate everybody here. I can't tell you how much it means to me that you guys just watch these with me, because I love chilling out with you guys. And I'll see you guys on the next stream or video. Saturday, I have a review coming out. You guys aren't going to want to miss it. It's a game called War of Rights. It's a it's a Civil War simulator is what I'm calling it, and I had a really good time with it. I won't say more about that, but check that out on the channel Saturday. And for everybody that's been supporting me and sharing, we're really growing, and I thank you so much for all that you guys do. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you on the next vid or stream. Hopefully I can stream a little bit tomorrow. That'd be fun. All right, guys. Thank you.